I have another one in regards to acceptance in relationships. This is romantic relationships, and it discusses sexual information. So get the kiddies out of the room for this one. But I feel that I need to speak on it because I've been involved in it in the past, as well as some other people are probably going through it right now. When you first get to know a person and you get to that level that you want to engage with them sexually, it's good to have a conversation as to what you like and what you don't like, and what that person likes and what they don't like. And the both of you come to an understanding and acceptance of what each other needs in the bedroom. But sometimes you'll have that person will turn around and say that they accept what you like, but in actuality they don't. They either try to change what you like or try to bring in more than what you anticipated. But see, they do it gradually over a period of time. They're trying to change your mentality. Now, I'm going to tell you what this does, because some people don't think it's an issue. And I'm not talking about the type of relationships where people, you have a healthy sexual relationship and you want to experiment with different things. That's a mutual decision. That's all an enjoyment. That's fine. I'm talking about a source of emotional manipulation through sex. Now, let's say that you've been engaged with this person. Let's say you finally get to the point where you want to become intimate with them and you're engaged and everything seemingly is great. You're satisfied. They're seemingly satisfied. Let's say for a month or two. And all of a sudden out of the blue they come and tell you, oh, well, let's do so-and-so. Let's do so-and-so. But they don't do it in a healthy manner. It's like every time they talk to you, they bring it up. Every time they come around you, every time that there's a date, they bring it up. When they get in the bedroom, they bring it up. They bring it up every time they get in contact with you. They're obsessed with this one thing. Now, see, this is where it gets weird. See, let's say that you had a certain level of respect for this person. See, what's going to happen, and I'm speaking for the females. Guys, if you're not down with what she's interested in the bedroom, you don't feel it's enough or it's not your style or whatever the case may be when you first had the conversation, and you don't feel it's going to be to your liking, don't engage in the first place. I know your hormones raging in the whole nine yards, whatever. But the bottom line is, don't turn around and bring that type of emotional pressure on her, because what's going to happen is she's going to shut down. Over time, she's going to shut down. You went and you saw something online in some video or something, thought it was interesting. Instead of just bringing it up on occasion, you decided to make that more important than the actual act of being involved with this person. You've made that more important than being intimate with this person. You become obsessed. And it's to the point where every time you get in contact with that person, you're bringing it up. And the only thing you're doing is you're shooting yourself in the foot. Because what's going to happen is over a period of time, she's going to want to spend less time with you. Or she might just dump you altogether. Because that woman, the first thing that woman's going to think is like, wait a minute, I thought I was enough. And even though that's not true, it's just the way women feel. They thought that they were attractive enough. They thought they were stimulating enough for you. And they're going to think that you deceived them because all of a sudden, 2-3 months into the relationship, you're asking for stuff that wasn't even brought up in the conversation before you even got involved. That's making her think that you were playing her in the bedroom. And that's a no-no, guys. That's a no-no. And some guys do that so they can try to exercise their so-called superiority, so-called control. They think, oh, okay, well, I've satisfied her for a little while, so I can get her to do X, Y, Z. First of all that stuff is online. That's entertainment. I know they have the amateur videos and stuff out there. That's fine. But that's not your reality, dude. That's not your reality. And if you wanted somebody to do all that stuff, and a lot of that stuff that you guys are asking for, full and darn well you can't keep up with it. So you shouldn't even ask for it anyway. But that's a topic for another audio where I'll talk about people who kind of just bite off more than they could chew in the bedroom. But anyway, you're sitting up here looking at this stuff and you watch it so much and you become so obsessed with it that you actually feel, oh, well, you know what, my girl should be doing this. If she wants to keep me, she'll do this one thing. I mean, we just listen to it. I mean, all the stuff that you've been through, the companionship, the financial hardship, everything else, you met each other on an emotional level. You're compatible all the way around, but you're going to let the fact that she either will or won't perform this one thing in the bedroom, you're going to let that whole relationship fall apart because of that, because of something that you saw on a free porn site. Some of you are even paying for it, which I don't get it. There's too much free stuff out there. But anyway, you're going to turn around and become so obsessed. You're that weak-minded. You're going to let the potential of a good future walk out of your life because you see something kinky online that you want to try. And instead of just thinking rationally and accepting the fact that it's just a sexual act, you're going to base the whole relationship on the fact that, oh man, she won't do this. She won't do this in the bedroom. Telling all your friends and everything. She won't do this in the bedroom. She won't do this in the bedroom. And eventually it winds up getting back to her. And she starts thinking of you less as a man. She's going to start looking at you not as a man, but an oversexed teenager. And if you listen to my audio previously, I talk about the 3 ways that you can diminish your masculinity in front of a woman. And that's acting immature. So if you already know in your mind, you've already talked about what you do and you didn't do, don't even engage in the first place. And like I said before, if you have a healthy relationship and the both of you are into experimenting, that's fine. But when you're taking it to another level, when you see something that you want to do, and every time you're in contact with that person, she'll call to say good morning. Are you going to do that thing? Hey, honey, I came by the job. I wanted to bring you some lunch on your lunch break. Hey, you going to do that thing? Hey, honey, I want to go on 7-Eleven and I want to get a couple of lottery tickets. You want me to go ahead and play your numbers for you? Hey, you going to do that thing? Sound like a broken record every time you get in contact with this woman. And you wonder why she don't treat you like a man like she used to treat you like a man. Because you're not acting like one. Don't get me wrong, there are probably some women that act the same way too, but I see it more so with a lot of relationship with men. Look, if you're tired of her and you want to move on, don't play these little games. Let her go so somebody else can come along who doesn't demand as much over some bullshit and willing to treat her like the woman she needs to be treated. Leave her alone. But when you do that all the time and you're obsessed over something that's so insignificant as that, you're diminishing your masculinity in her eyes. She's not going to look at you as a man, and she's not going to want to deal with you. So keep up the bad work. Just saying.